Have you ever imagined a country where the ordinary suddenly feels extraordinary? Picture a beggar who doesn't reach out a hand for coins, but instead holds up a board with a QR code for you to scan and transfer money. Or think of ancient pyramids still lying hidden underground, waiting like timeless mysteries to be uncovered. And when night falls, instead of silence, its cities burst into light and energy, staying alive and vibrant until 4 in the morning, leaving you stunned, hardly believing your eyes. That country is China. Today, let us take you on a journey through 15 strange and fascinating facts that will surely change the way you see this vast nation. Number 15, China, a country like a miniature Earth. China is often described as a world in itself because of its incredible diversity in geography and climate. If you travel west, you'll find yourself on the mighty Tibetan Plateau, where the towering Himalayas, capped with snow all year round, earn the nickname, the roof of the world. Head north, and the harsh Gobi Desert stretches out before you, dry and unforgiving, yet hiding countless rare dinosaur fossils. In the central region, fertile plains unfold, nourished for thousands of years by the Yellow River and the Yangtze, cradling brilliant civilizations since ancient times. Move south, and you'll encounter warm subtropical coastlines and booming cities like Guangzhou and Shenzhen, which have become hubs for trade and tourism. This kind of diversity makes visitors feel as if they've traveled across the entire planet without ever leaving one country. And here's another fascinating detail: the Chinese have long embraced the habit of drinking warm water year-round, believing it helps the body stay healthy and balanced no matter how extreme the climate is. It's a small practice, but it reflects a deeply rooted philosophy about harmony and well-being. So, if you had the chance, where would you want to explore first? The wild and unforgiving Gobi Desert, or the majestic, sacred Tibetan Plateau? And if you enjoy cultural journeys like this one, don't forget to gently tap that subscribe button to join us on future adventures. Number 14, Inventions that changed the world. Few would deny that China is the birthplace of inventions that reshaped the course of human history. First on the list is the compass, an instrument that opened the door to the age of exploration, empowering sailors to leave the safety of coastlines and cross vast oceans. Then came paper and printing technology, two breakthroughs that freed knowledge from the hands of nobles and scholars, spreading learning to the masses and forever changing how humanity recorded and shared ideas. Gunpowder, which began as part of religious rituals, eventually altered warfare and shifted the balance of power across continents. And here's a quirky surprise: toilet paper was also invented in China as early as the 6th century and mass-produced during the Yuan dynasty, exclusively for the imperial family at first. While many Europeans were still using straw or cloth scraps, the Chinese had already elevated even the smallest details of daily life. These 4 great inventions not only highlight China's practical creativity but also reveal the forward-thinking and continuous spirit of innovation that defines such an ancient civilization. Among these groundbreaking inventions, which one do you think has had the greatest impact on modern life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 13, Chinese women, gentle and independent. In traditional culture, Chinese women have long been admired for their classic East Asian beauty, fair skin, graceful figures, bright eyes, and a gentle, modest demeanor. But with the rapid rise of modern society, the image of women in China has transformed dramatically. In major cities, more and more young women are pursuing their own careers, confidently asserting themselves, and speaking up for what they believe. They continue to embody the subtle elegance and softness of tradition, but now combine it with determination and independence. Though social pressure to marry early still lingers, many young women today choose to stay single or delay marriage, seeing it as a personal choice rather than an obligation. This balance between traditional gentleness and modern strength has created an image of Chinese women that is both captivating and inspiring, an embodiment of harmony between the past and the present. So, which impresses you more, the timeless grace of traditional beauty, or the bold confidence of the modern Chinese woman? Number 12, Strange marriage customs. China is famous for wedding customs that often leave Western visitors astonished. For example, the Masaur people in Yunnan province follow a matrilineal system where women hold the authority in relationships and freely choose their partners. In some regions, festivals are held where former lovers are encouraged to reunite, and if feelings remain, they may spend a night together to find closure. Another unusual custom, once widespread, was ghost marriage, holding a wedding ceremony for the deceased, based on the belief that it prevented souls from being lonely in the afterlife. Though no longer common, these traditions reflect China's diverse cultural landscape and deep-rooted spiritual beliefs. To modern eyes, these may seem hard to believe, but historically they played important roles in maintaining harmony and community values. Which of these customs surprised you the most? Drop a number 12 in the comments if you were just as astonished as many travelers before you. Number 11. Beijing, a 3,000-year-old city. Beijing is not only the modern capital but also one of the oldest cities in Asia, with over 3,000 years of recorded history. From the Yuan and Ming dynasties to the Qing, it has always been the political and cultural heart of China. The past still echoes strongly through landmarks like the Forbidden City, the largest royal palace complex in the world, Tiananmen Square, and the nearby Great Wall. The Summer Palace, with its breathtaking gardens and architecture, also reflects the grandeur of China's imperial past. Yet alongside this history, modern Beijing thrives as a megametropolis with an economy larger than many countries and the highest number of billionaires in China. Its sprawling subway system, the iconic Bird's Nest Stadium, and futuristic skyscrapers show how Beijing seamlessly blends the ancient with the cutting edge. This city truly bridges past and future, leaving visitors with unforgettable memories. If you had the chance, would you first explore the Forbidden City or take on the Great Wall? And if adventures like these excite you, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next journey. Number 10. The city that never sleeps. When night falls, Beijing transforms completely. Streets light up in dazzling colors, and shops and restaurants stay open until 3 or even 4 a.m., serving everything from fiery hotpot and skewers to steaming bowls of late-night noodles. The Huhai Lake area and Sanlitun district come alive as nightlife centers, packed with bars, karaoke spots, and hidden cafes that only open past midnight. Even movie theaters are busy with screenings starting at midnight. What makes it truly unique is that it's not just young people who embrace the nightlife, entire families and even the elderly join in. Some practice dancing in public parks, while others gather around tea tables chatting into the night. This is why Beijing is called a city that never sleeps. Its nighttime energy rivals that of the day. Would you like to take a midnight stroll through Beijing and try its unforgettable street food? Number 9. Begging with QR codes and the surveillance society. In China, cash has almost vanished from daily life. From big cities to small towns, people pay for nearly everything with their phones using Alipay or WeChat Pay. Whether it's breakfast, taxi ride, or vegetables at the market, it all comes down to scanning a QR code. What shocks many visitors is that even beggars now hold signs with QR codes so passers-by can transfer money digitally. On top of that, China is known for its massive surveillance system, hundreds of millions of cameras installed nationwide, paired with AI that recognizes faces and tracks behavior. These cameras can spot anything from jaywalking to littering in public. For locals, it's a way to maintain order and safety, but for tourists, the feeling of always being watched can be strange and hard to get used to. Do you think a society that's both cashless and heavily monitored feels more convenient, or a little unsettling? Number 8. The Kingdom of Tea. China has long been regarded as the cradle of tea, not only because it produces over 40% of the world's supply, but also because tea culture is deeply woven into everyday life. Provinces like Fujian, Yunnan, and Hunan are famous for their varieties, from refreshing green teas and aromatic oolongs to aged pu'er teas that grow more valuable with time. Some antique tea bricks have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, proving tea here is not just a drink but also an investment. For the Chinese, drinking tea isn't merely about quenching thirst, it's a way to calm the soul, to connect with friends, and to honor guests. At home, the teapot is the heart of family gatherings. At banquets, a cup of tea is the most respectful greeting. The art of brewing, choosing leaves, boiling water, and pouring with care, reflects a deep sense of mindfulness. Tea is at once simple and grand, humble yet noble, embodying the spirit of harmony in Chinese culture. If given the choice, would you prefer sipping on a rare aged tea, or enjoying a humble pot that captures the essence of tradition? And if stories of culture like this inspire you, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next journey. Number 7. The Internet behind the Great Firewall. When travelers arrive in China, many are surprised to discover they can't access Google, Facebook, or YouTube. Instead, locals use an entirely different digital ecosystem, WeChat, which functions not only as a messaging app but also as a payment tool, a scheduling assistant, and even a work platform, Baidu, which serves as the main search engine, and Weibo, a mix between Twitter and Instagram. This digital world is dynamic yet tightly regulated. To register an account, users must provide their real names, meaning every comment or post is directly tied to personal identity. While this helps reduce the spread of misinformation and creates a cleaner online environment, it also makes people more cautious before expressing their opinions. For international visitors, not being able to use familiar platforms can feel isolating, unless they've prepared with a VPN in advance. Yet it's precisely because of this firewall that China has built one of the largest social media ecosystems in the world, with hundreds of millions of active users each day. If you had to live a full week without Facebook or YouTube, do you think you could adapt and find alternatives? Number 6. Famous landmarks. China is known worldwide for its breathtaking landmarks that almost everyone dreams of seeing at least once in their lives. The Great Wall stretches over 13,000 miles, winding like a giant dragon across rugged mountains, an enduring symbol of human determination and monumental effort. In Tibet, the Potala Palace rises majestically on Red Hill, once the residence and workplace of Dalai Lamas, blending spiritual grandeur with historical significance. In Yunnan, the old town of Lijiang enchants visitors with moss-covered rooftops, narrow canals flowing through quiet alleys, and a nostalgic sense of peace. Each destination carries its own character, majestic, sacred, or poetic. This rich variety gives travelers the feeling that a single trip is enough to touch multiple layers of culture and history. If you had the chance, would you first conquer the mighty Great Wall or visit the sacred Potala Palace? Number 5. Mysterious places. Beyond the well-known landmarks, China hides places full of mystery. Fengdu Ghost City in Chongqing, dating back to the Han Dynasty, is tied to beliefs about the afterlife, featuring temples and statues depicting the underworld. In the Qinling Mountains, countless pyramid-shaped mounds, believed to be imperial tombs, remain untouched beneath thick forests, sparking endless curiosity among archaeologists. On Changbai Mountain, the legendary Heavenly Lake is said to be home to a creature reminiscent of the Loch Ness Monster. And in Xinjiang, the ghost city of Wuhe is famous for eerie sounds created by the wind, sometimes like music, sometimes like whispering voices. These strange sights fuel boundless curiosity, drawing adventurers eager to uncover secrets hidden in China's vast landscapes. Among these mysterious places, which would you want to explore first? Number 4. Cuisine. From imperial banquets to shocking tastes. Chinese cuisine is among the richest in the world, blending sophistication with daring flavors. The iconic Peking duck is world-renowned, crispy golden skin, tender meat, wrapped in thin pancakes with scallions and savory sauce. Custard buns with molten salted egg yolk filling delight even the pickiest eaters. Yet some dishes are true challenges for foreigners: stinky tofu, infamous for its pungent smell but surprisingly creamy taste, or snake wine, steeped with serpents and believed to bring strength and vitality. For locals, these foods are cherished traditions. For outsiders, they are often seen as daring tests of courage. Dining in China is never just about eating, it's a journey through culture and resilience. If given the chance, would you try stinky tofu first or take a bold sip of snake wine? Number 3. Vibrant festivals. Festivals in China turn the entire nation into a burst of color and tradition. Chinese New Year, the biggest celebration, gathers hundreds of millions of people traveling home to reunite with family, while cities glow with lion dances, fireworks, and red envelopes symbolizing luck. The Mid-Autumn Festival offers a more tranquil atmosphere, when families gather under the full moon, sharing mooncakes and tea in the spirit of unity. Meanwhile, the Dragon Boat Festival in early summer is filled with thrilling boat races, honoring the patriotic poet Chu Yuan. These festivals are not only joyful events but also reflections of core Chinese values, family bonds, filial piety, and community spirit. If you could attend one, would you prefer the lively spectacle of Chinese New Year or the warmth of the Mid-Autumn Festival? Number 2. Cost of living. Living expenses in China vary widely depending on the city. In major hubs like Beijing or Shanghai, renting a one-bedroom apartment costs between $650 and $950 per month. In smaller towns, rent can be as low as $160 to $370. Eating out is affordable. A meal at a local restaurant costs just $3 to $7, while cooking at home averages $240 to $300 a month. Public transportation is modern yet inexpensive, around $16 to $22 per month, making it easy to get around without owning a car. Even gyms and entertainment are reasonably priced. Altogether, with a budget of about $900 to $1,850 per month, you can live comfortably, enjoy modern amenities, and still immerse yourself in local culture. Would you prefer living in a bustling metropolis or a peaceful small town? Number 1. Essential travel tips. Traveling in China is exciting, but preparation makes all the difference. First, most visitors need a visa, so apply early. Always carry your passport or a copy, as hotels or checkpoints may request it. Since the internet is restricted, install a VPN beforehand if you want to use Google or YouTube. Download useful apps for maps, restaurant searches, and especially Alipay or WeChat Pay, since cash is nearly obsolete. Also, carry your own tissues, many public restrooms don't provide them. Finally, avoid traveling during major holidays like Chinese New Year, when hundreds of millions of people are on the move, causing overcrowding everywhere. These small but important details can make your journey smoother, safer, and far more enjoyable. Which of these tips do you find most helpful for your future trip? Thank you for joining today's video. China truly is a miniature world, with awe-inspiring nature, rich culture, and traditions that seem unbelievable. But our journey doesn't end here. The world is full of secrets and astonishing truths waiting to be discovered. Which country would you like us to explore next? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next adventure.